I think most people acknowledge when people who look like them are either in or not in a room.
When I was a kid growing up in Southern California, I was the only Asian on my hockey team and in my league that I remember seeing.
It was hard to find role models or teammates that shared cultural, backgrounds and just sheer fact that someone looked similar.
I think Asians have an underrepresentation in hockey, and I think that playing hockey helps other people embrace the idea that hockey is for everyone.
Now that I'm coaching and now that I'm part of the Kraken, being supported in growing the game, I think now it's being a role model and helping grow the game and reach out to audiences that might not consider hockey.
I hope that I can serve as an inspiration to anyone who feels that I represent a piece of who they are, that if they look at me, they see that there's an opportunity for them within hockey and that they don't feel restricted to the game or prevented from being a part of it just because of their ethnic background or racial background.
The sport right now isn't representative. One of the reasons I'm excited and also grateful to come to work every day is our organization is. And I appreciate that our leadership from the very beginning has been committed to and remains committed to making sure that all voices and faces are represented.
Currently, it's great to see other Asians, other Filipinos come into this industry. When I came into it about 25 years ago, I felt like I was the only person here, and seeing everyone get hired and be in these roles and be in entertainment has been a huge, huge uplifting part of what I do.
It's cool to just be me in sports and to have this job and have the impact in the front office that I can have. And so, Asians have been historically underrepresented on the field, but to have a say in player decision making and player acquisition is really cool.
And it's critically important, and it's also, I believe, part of what makes us an exceptional organization, and an organization that can help make true that aspirational statement that hockey really is for everyone.
I feel it often when I come to this office at the Kraken Community Iceplex. There's a bunch of kids that come in here and skate that may not have skated before, and when they look at me, there's a connection that I feel that I think I felt in the past when I was a kid, and it's that feeling of, hey, there's a place for you here, and that's a feeling that I'll always chase.